The world was left in shock when Hollywood icon Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Orokowa, were found dead in their Santa Fe home weeks after they had passed. As authorities delved into the case, eerie details emerged, hinting that someone may have known about their deaths long before the world did. At the center of the mystery stood Hackman's daughter, Leslie Ann. Was she hiding something far more sinister than anyone had imagined? How deep did the deception go? The truth would leave everyone stunned. Silence filled the house. The front door was slightly ajar. Outside, weeks' worth of untouched mail had begun to pile up. Concerned neighbors, sensing that something was off, alerted the police. Officers arrived expecting a routine welfare check. But what they found inside was anything but ordinary. Hackman's body was discovered near the kitchen, slouched in an unnatural position. His sunglasses lay beside him as if they had slipped from his grasp. In the bathroom, Betsy's body rested near a countertop littered with pills. The sink's water had long since evaporated, leaving a thin film of residue. There was no sign of forced entry, no struggle, no blood. Yet, something was clearly wrong. 2 of their dogs roamed the house, unharmed, while a third was found dead in its crate. More unsettling was the state of the bodies. They had not just decomposed, they had begun to mummify. The air inside was stale, untouched for weeks. Time had seemingly stopped in the Hackman household. But the real question was, how had 2 well-known figures, one a Hollywood legend, been dead for so long without anyone noticing? An unlikely source provided the first major break: Gene Hackman's pacemaker. The device had recorded one final, fateful moment before shutting down. Investigators cross-checked this with phone records, financial transactions, and security footage. A chilling timeline emerged. Hackman likely died on February 17th. If true, their home had been a silent tomb for at least 9 days before discovery. During that time, no calls for help were made. No one entered or exited. Betsy, though found in another room, had not sought assistance. Why? Adding to the mystery, security cameras from a nearby property captured strange activity. Shadows moving near the door. A car parked outside for hours. And then, the most damning detail. Someone had been watching the house for weeks before the deaths. Who was monitoring the Hackman home? And more importantly, why? Investigators uncovered a troubling pattern. The digital trail led straight to Leslie and Hackman. She had claimed to have spoken with her father just weeks before his passing. But phone records told a different story. There had been no recent contact. Then came the financial red flags. Documents related to Hackman's estate had been altered before his death was even confirmed. Someone had tried to access his assets prematurely. With every piece of evidence, it became clear. Hackman's death wasn't just a tragic event, it was part of something much bigger. The autopsy reports yielded more questions than answers. Neither Gene nor Betsy had suffered external injuries. There were no signs of struggle, no evidence of foul play, and no traces of carbon monoxide poisoning. Toxicology reports ruled out an overdose. But then, a chilling discovery changed everything. Hackman had been on medication for a heart condition. Yet, when investigators searched the house, his prescriptions were missing. There were no refills, no leftover pills, nothing. Had someone deliberately withheld his medication, ensuring his death in a slow, undetectable way? Was Betsy also prevented from seeking help? The case had shifted from mystery to conspiracy. In the wake of Hackman's death, a legal battle erupted over his vast fortune. Investigators discovered that Leslie Ann had been making inquiries about her father's wealth before his body had even been found. Legal documents had been altered. A lawyer had reviewed estate changes while Hackman was still missing. The police asked the obvious question: did she already know he was dead? Authorities placed Leslie Ann under 24-hour surveillance. What they uncovered was damning. Bank records showed suspicious transactions. Funds quietly moved between accounts, including offshore banks. Even more disturbing, Some of these transfers occurred before Hackman was publicly declared dead. Private emails and phone records revealed conversations about inheritance and estate transfers long before any reasonable person would suspect foul play. Leslie Ann had not only been preparing for her father's death, she had been counting on it. The case against Leslie Ann was airtight. The missing medicine, altered legal documents, suspicious financial moves, and misleading statements all painted the same picture. She was arrested and charged with financial fraud, obstruction of justice, and theft. When the final verdict was read, she was stripped of any claim to her father's estate. Every asset, every dollar, every tie to Hackman's fortune, gone. What had once been a calculated plan to seize wealth had crumbled before her eyes. She was left with nothing. Even with Leslie Ann behind bars, one question remained. What really happened in Gene Hackman's final days? Had his daughter merely taken advantage of an opportunity, or had she played a more active role? Though the case was closed, the mystery surrounding Hackman's death would forever linger. Some believed the full truth had yet to be uncovered. What do you think really happened? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more shocking true crime stories.